yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring it in, family. Bring it in. I had to get this one out here before we get to a little betting action with these Baltimore Ravens. Let's go win Lamar we trust, guys. Listen, wanting to come in and establish exactly what's going on, because I know there's a little bit of confusion what's going on as far as the recent dump that's going on in the market, but I just want to come in and reinstall to the family. Guys, the time is now to be picking up your XRP. Don't get caught up in this short term thinking, the top's come off. There are explanations for this, but you got to understand that the narrative has not changed yet, right? So let's tap down into it, get down this bad boy. Right? Currently, Bitcoin sitting at 41,787. If I'm not mistaken, saw some lows near in that 40, touching that 40 mark, starting to make that climb back up here recently. Like I said, we know the explanation of what's going on with that, right? Ethereum sitting at 2,468. Not as much of a dump as what Bitcoin, and same with XRP. Even though sitting at that 54 cents, we've been sitting around that range for the last month, so or a little bit shorter than a little bit less than a month, but it's starting to show that decoupling that's happening with these larger scale stable coins. And like I said, that's always a beautiful thing, but let's tap in and see what's going on with our dump, guys. Simple explanation of what's going on and why is because Grayscale has had to dump 9,000 Bitcoin back into circulation. What is this, right? You might ask, why did they have to do that? Well, Grayscale has to sell for a spot Bitcoin ETF because the S.E.C requires cash redemptions. So they need to sell their Bitcoin into cash. The S.E.C did this on purpose because they lost a lawsuit to Grayscale. That portion I don't feel like is necessarily fully much true. I feel like it's a love-hate relationship with Gary Gensler. Sometimes these things are good because, like I said, BTC and these ETFs, I know everybody say, oh, I love it. This is just Bitcoin paper now, guys. Them not having to have the money to back it would have just created the same situation what you were dealing with the stock market and some of those meme plays where there's a dark pool and they're able to just create a synthetic movement, right? This is putting a correlation to whatever price they're saying they're going with in their ETFs. So this was a must. So I understand. I don't necessarily think that was a shot back as much as something that actually provide some validity to what's going on Grayscale and their ETF. Now, mind you, Kathy Woods dumped Bitcoin early as well and bought into that. So that's even more the reason why it's up to 9,000 is because ARK just went in and purchased Grayscale ETF, right? You know, interesting things that are occurring, but that's what's correlating with the price dumping down, right? And of course, that dump down is pulling the entire market. So again, it's not something that's going on with XRP or any of these other stable coins, Solana, things like that. There's nothing going on specifically with those projects at all. It's just the overall Big Daddy is going down because it's being dumped. Now, again, do you think that's going to be forever? No, this is going to be eaten up too. Y'all got to understand the time right now is to be accumulating while you can these top tier projects at the cheapest possible point. Like I said, I bit back down on Friday. XRP at 55 cents. I said, thank you. I'm collecting. I know where the price is going. This is what makes the difference between an investor and then people that just emotionally trade and get smoked on all their trades, right? The time that you just be like, oh yeah, let me double down. Nothing has changed, right? But I just want to establish that. Let's pull on forward and let me add to y'all just so y'all understand the fire that's about to set off, right? You worried about this little dip right here. This is nothing in the scale, right? And actually something that commonly happens. We'll go over what I mean by that in a minute here. Upcoming court battle, S.E.C, Coinbase could change everything. Ripple XRP, even a potential XRP spot ETF. I'm not too fond of that. If it comes, it comes. But like I said, ETF is just a Wall Street takeover. So again, those ETFs are not, great. I know it, pokes momentum, but understand if you're not in now, those that are going to come 5 years down the line are not going to have the same returns as what XRP is bringing to those that are in now, because it's going to be manipulated. It's going to be way more variance. It's not going to be that volatility that you get a pop of up, hundreds of 1,000%. These ETFs are going to suck that out of the market. The judge could potentially reshape the future of crypto regulations. The U.S. in the U.S. this Wednesday. A victory in Coinbase in the upcoming court battle against the S.E.C could inject significant optimism in the Ripple XRP market, which this is all valid. Again, everybody's going to understand this Coinbase case would be another strike against the S.E.C. It is destroying the validity of any of their arguments. This is what I believe is going to be one of those last few exchanges that are attacked. They went for another big dog and they got smacked down. Something notable coming out of there. One, you could tell that the Coinbase the judge that is over the case of Coinbase S.E.C. is already understanding. It seems like she's leaning towards Coinbase and understanding this is not an asset. It's already been proven once with Ripple, right? Now this is dealt back down, and the judge is already, by the comments she's making, and she's questioning the S.E.C. Questioning Coinbase about them alleging security. Well, the judge is like on a point of, well, if there was security, there would be a signed documentation of exchange between the buyers, you know, showing the profit expectation and things like that, and that leans towards Coinbase showing that no, cryptos are not they're not a security. It's not like a stock market. They came back and said, and one of the banger quotes was, buying crypto, and this was Coinbase, buying crypto was like collecting Beanie Babies. And it hit the judge and everybody in the courtroom because, again, it is a simple fact. There's no guarantee of outcome of profit here. When we go and buy NVIDIA, I'm buying NVIDIA up on the understanding that I'm going to get a return on investment from buying in this company. That's why what was done with AMC was so scandalous, because you invested in AMC not to have 90% of your money taken away, right? That's not what an investor is supposed to be getting. An investor is supposed to be getting a certain amount of return or benefit to investing into a company. You're not supposed to be just used. There is no return on return as a crypto investor, except for the fact that you can go from $100 in an account to 10 million, right, in the scale of something blowing up. But there's no promise. We're just collecting a digital asset. We're collecting a what is it called? A code, right, that is going to be utilized for doing cross-border settlement, things like this. But we're just collecting the code. We're doing a big collection. I've got this many XRP in my collection, right? And if the price goes up, well, then, yeah, you can sell, but there's no guaranteed benefit to that, right? Which is what something that's smacked with the court. So now all eyes are looking at this Coinbase verdict, because, again, now, when that spells out, you already got to remember, we've got the XRP settlement looming over now. They've already dubbed that it's not security, so we already won the case. We're just waiting on that settlement news, which, again, is going to send you into the dollars, right? Into the dollars, I said, right? Dollars, right? Well, you've got now that leading on, and then there's about to be one of these monumental cases done. Again, that there is no, if Coinbase comes away and there's no settlement or anything like with that, they're going to have to do the same with XRP as far as, hey, let's get this off the board. It's done. There's, you're not even going to have to pay it depending on how these things go with Coinbase if it keeps leaning this way. So you got that fire boiling. What else is going on with Bitcoin? So the price is going down, but what you believe is, just in, Bitcoin overtakes silver to become the second biggest commodity behind gold. Gold is 96 billion. Bitcoin is at 27.5 billion as far as ETF commodity, right? Silver following that third at 11.5 billion. So now, again, this was a perfect point we said, and this is just week one. Y'all got to understand this volatility that's coming. This massive thing with this ETF, this is going to fuel trillions into the market, people. It's like you can get a little dip and then people just forget everything that's going on. Guys, it's been a week. It's been a week and a half. It's all right. Bitcoin's holding at 41,000 after being dumped off on. We're holding these supports with, billions being dumped back into circulation, right? 9,000 coins. You've got to understand the validity of what's going on again, that nothing has changed. The narrative is the same. Big money's coming in. The asset is still growing. It's overtaking things, right? It's overtaking silver. Just lean back. Take a minute. If you're not buying, do what you want to do, but understand, I wish they would. Bring it on down to 50. Bring it on down to 50. I'm in no rush, baby. I've got my thing set up out here in quarters. I'm stacking up because when this maneuver comes, hey, listen, I'm just telling you, the yacht will be yellow and black. Let's put us on through here. Boom. And appreciate it from Jack the Rippler. Vahil Capital predicted the XRP will be classified as a currency before Judge Torres. He predicted XRP to reach 30,000. Let's take a clip of this little video here. 2 minutes.
The currency.
Oh, good answer, man. I tell you, you've done your homework, Jimmy. Okay, there's a lot of speculation on the price of XRP after it becomes regulated, after regulatory clarity. Where do you feel that XRP, just based on your honest opinion, is going to hit, say, a month after regulation?
Yeah. So we believe that the last domino to fall on regulation right now is the S.E.C. lawsuit, and that could be resolved in a variety of ways, but it could also be resolved in regulation coming in over the top. We know it's imminent, though, right? So when I say imminent, I would
take a listen at that. And again, fair use. Got to throw that out in there. Listen, but understand, guys, what he's speaking on when he's saying regulation is the completion of this settlement. This settlement coming through. Now you're already seeing the regulation with the ETFs. This settlement clearing the board is going to set up for those stable coins to be able to fully thrive because there'll be no more bricks in front of it. There's a full understanding. People that are coming to these investments are not going to be scared that their assets going to fall because of an SEC blindside a lawsuit. Now, mind you, some of these that might be, and again, this might even remove, you know, meme coins like Pepe even being sued because, again, if Bitcoin's not a security, if XRP is not security, nothing is a security. It's just that simple, and they're not. We're talking about digital assets. It's that simple. We're talking about digital coding that does a specific utilization that, if when utilized properly, excels other parts of markets, other financial markets. That's simple.
I'd be surprised if a quarter from now we're really still embroiled in the S.E.C. lawsuit.
And he said he'd be surprised if a quarter from now if the lawsuit is still going.
Because I think the state of affairs throughout the world
remember that deadline is April, people.
Is such that we're going to need a solution like an XRP for liquidity purposes.
It's about to be out. We about to pull up on February now.
So the question is then, okay, we've magically resolved it. Where does the price go? It's easy to project that it's a double-digit number. So you know, I think it immediately shoots up to a $10, potentially $20.
I said this in ego. No, everybody don't want to come through and watch the videos when I'm dropping information down. They don't want to come through the videos when they panicking and things are down, but I'm giving y'all the heads up what's going on. I told y'all my price prediction. What I say, $10 to $30 was my soft number, right? That's just me being conservative. What's going to happen as far as what this settlement comes, what the end of this year is going to bring, $10 to $30? Hey, all right. Hey, what up? Hey, what
the wild card to me is that there is actually a deal to be done among the central banks and governments to basically have XRP work as the world's bridge currency, a neutral asset that could be traded between the central banks to move a specific type of fiat to another type of fiat. If that's what occurs, it's back to what we were discussing earlier. It's got to cover kind of all the money. And I think you're looking at a range that XRP would settle on agreement. So this would happen instantaneously, somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000 a coin.
Woo! And you see how he had to clear his throat? Say that one more time.
And our lives will be, you know, maybe the same, maybe different. I don't know. Probably a little different.
I think it'd be a little different, you know, and it's just so exciting.
Yeah, that ain't going to be no green screen behind you is what it's going to be a little different. Hey, but listen, guys, again, and even hints before that, y'all got to understand the $10,000 to $30,000 expectation. That's all great and dandy, but y'all understand that the mass majority of our lives will be drastically changed at $500. You know what I'm saying? This is why there's a reiteration. If people aren't telling you this, they are not real investors. They really don't care about your family. Have some type of sale plan for this upcoming bull rally, right? This upcoming bull cycle, right? To where you secure off some cash to where you can ride out what the rest of the evolution of XRP. If you can pull out $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, right, in this year to ride off on and invest and flip, and with the things we're doing, again, I've been screaming it out. I was screaming it out well before it happened, right? When NVIDIA was down at 150, to put a little tech in your tech attack, NVIDIA about to hit 600, guys. We're in the greatest generation of wealth transfer. We're moving into the tech era. That's why I'm here with crypto. That's why I'm here with XRP and one of the greatest utilizations, utility tokens that is out. That's why I'm investing heavily in AI. That's why I'm in Tesla with EV. That's why I'm in NVIDIA, is because, again, I'm putting a bet that the world is evolving, right? And I'm going to put my money where that is as opposed to being any other way. There's nothing that seems smarter to me. Last little portion I want to conclude, guys. Don't forget the Bitcoin halving is coming in April. Again, a guaranteed pump to the markets. Short-term mindsets lose you money. Long-term mindsets get your thoughts on yachts. Let's read down here Benjamin Cohen. Bitcoin tends to dip early on halving years, 2012, 2016, and 2020, and now 2024. This is the speckled, this would be 2011, so this 2011 came up at the same price point, dip. 2016 green came in almost on the same trajectory of what we're doing now, pulling on through, right? All this is how they all started off. And then 2020, which is the red one, came up hot again. Now, this is what was at the beginning of the bull rally, so coming in hot, massive dip, right? The lowest dip of all during one of the most bullish years. How funny is that? Ironic, right? We're coming off of Bitcoin at 15,000. Y'all don't think that this is a super cycle that's coming through. Look at each year. Each year, they always start like this. There are cycles. Do not be caught up in emotions, people. Collect your coins, stack your bag. Guys, listen, if you like the content, you found informative, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Listen, that's just wrong of y'all to have me up here, sit up here, banging information, and you can't even sit with the press a like, you're going to stay broke. I'm telling you right now. If you can't press that like button, if you can't subscribe, and you know this is bringing information, understand that that Honda Accord is going to be your lifestyle, baby. And when I see you at the light, don't even look at me. Hey, much love to y'all, boys. It's about time to start betting it off. Let's go, Baltimore Ravens. Hey, guys, until next time, which probably will be tomorrow, guys. We're going to bring it in hard. We're going to bring it in tough. Much love to y'all. You know what's next, don't you? Yes, sir.